All right, guys.
Take two.
Take two. This is just normal for us. I did have on cowboy earrings. I don't this time because they're in my car, and I don't know if you can see. She's cute, as always. But it is pouring down rain, and my car is that way. I'm not getting back out in the rain to do it.
I didn't even think to park next to you.
It's okay. So I did. I got all the books out of my car, and then I forgot one. Ironically, it's the one we don't care about. I still went back and got it for you all. So, because we love you. But yeah, so this is Better Read Than Dead. I'm MK.
Oh, I'm Bethany. Oh, I'm B.
She actually doesn't like to be called Bethany.
I don't know why.
So the simple fact that she introduced herself as Bethany is cracking me up, actually. Mics are fully charged this time, so we should not have that issue again. We're learning.
If we do, we'll just unplug that.
Yeah, we'll just unplug it. We're learning. It's okay. Yeah. We are obviously not like most podcasts. I have figured this out this past week. We're unhinged, but we always get the same comments that it just feels like you're on FaceTime with friends, and that's what we want. So we're going to keep vibing with our same vibe, and hopefully it's your vibe and you like us. But this week, if you're on the video, we're going to do Chestnut Springs, your gateway to cowboy romance. And since filming yesterday, you don't know this, but I've already made it 67% through a whole nother cowboy romance.
I'm like, I only have an hour left to feel it all.
It's good though.
Like I had stayed up all night.
Okay, so we'll recap first before we dig into this, because if not, we will be ADHD and we won't be able to do it. I did my indie view last night. Proud of Bethany. She actually stayed on the whole hour plus time because apparently
I was already sleeping usually by then.
Yeah, lives cut you off at an hour mark. Who knew that I was going to talk to Molly that long? Molly did. She knew. She knew right off the bat. But it was super great. And for those of you who are listening now, like if you still want to go back and watch it, we saved it. It's inside the Reels tab, and I made a highlight for it. But she was very shortly shy of her goal for her pre-orders, which I am also guilty of just downloading as soon as it opens up on KU because I already pay for KU. But pre-ordering it as an ebook on Amazon actually helps them out the most because Amazon will push their books. So I learned a lot with the indie view.
And reviewing on Amazon.
Yeah, and reviewing on Amazon.
I've never even thought about that.
Well, I do because on her street team, like we have to put an Amazon review on there. It's just part of it. But I did not think about the pre-ordering the ebook. But she was just short of her goal, which was the triple that of Bring It All. And after the interview, she went home and she checked and she met it. And she messaged me. She was crying. I was crying. It was a whole cry fest, but it was great. So I'm proud of you guys as our audience and our readers for showing up and just supporting, but not only supporting, but helping her reach her goal. And that was the whole point of the indie view. So it melted my heart that happened. And the next one is already set. I'll have the date set soon. It's with Aubrey Taylor. And hopefully Jessica Norton. I actually didn't ask Jessica yet. I just messaged Aubrey because I just assumed Aubrey was going to do it without even asking her. And then I had to ask her.
Did.
And I was like, hey, by the way, I texted Bethany. I was like, I do have Aubrey on the books for this. And she's like, I thought you already did.
I was like, I'm so confused, but I'm so glad to hear it.
So there is that. And it is actually a cowboy romance as well. So you guys are going to see this before I do hers. She has a Morley Gray cowboy romance, and it'll actually end up being a series. So it's really cool. But that is on the indie view front. I'll have the date probably within the next week. So you'll probably actually already know about the date by the time that you're watching this, which is going to be good for everything. And it was really successful. And I'm just really proud of you all as our audience and our readers and our followers and just the book community in and of itself for showing up and supporting. And that's what we love the most about you guys. So good job. You ready to dive in?
Yeah.
We've already done this.
Like exactly what I said yesterday, but
some of it's really good. You guys did miss the organic part of like my surprises that I left inside my stuff that Bethany got, but we're just gonna recreate it.
And then like I told Ryan, like when we tell him what we're gonna do next, like I screamed.
I know, that's what I mean. I
was like, just do it again. Yeah, like, it's not the same.
It's not the same. She will actually still have the same reaction whenever we tell you because she's so excited. Also, for those of you who are maybe just joining in, this is my niece.
Oh, yeah, hi.
Yes, so I am married to her uncle, so I'm married into her family, actually, but she chooses me more because
I absolutely do.
I'm more loved. And we are romance readers.
Wait, since we're on that, I feel like you and Ralph, like, we should tell them how, like, I helped you and Ralphie date, because I feel like that's bookish.
It is kind of bookish.
I love
it's like
chicken nuggets.
And she says it's kind of bookish, only because it would be a scene in a book. Like, it has absolutely nothing to do with books.
No.
So I went to a New Year's Eve party with my now husband, and I didn't go with him, actually. I just went knowing he was going to be there. I went because I knew he was going to be there. And they have like a pool table games area downstairs, and this girl, I met her crying her eyes out over
I was like, what, 14?
Yeah, over her boyfriend in the stairs, and I was just like hugging her and being like, you know what, boys are dumb. So that's how we met, actually.
I feel like that's even bookish.
It is bookish. And then Ralphie clearly just wanted to have, a makeout session with me.
I clearly was like,
and he's like, Bethany, I will buy you 10 chicken McNuggets, like, right now after this, if you will just clear everybody out. And so she did. She just
we're going upstairs. I got to eat nuggets.
So she cleared everybody out. And it was actually really sweet. This is the bookish mom. I don't know if I've ever told you this, actually. And it was a great first kiss. It was not awkward by any means. It was great. And he literally told me, he's like, I want to kiss you for the rest of my life, as long as that's something that you want. Like, I would rather kiss you than kiss anybody else. And I was like, I love that. So yes, it has. Yeah, there's a real life book moment. It's great. He's a good book husband.
I got chicken nuggets.
An
aunt.
Yeah, and an aunt.
That was cool too.
Second, you see the priorities here. So 6 minutes into this podcast, and we are just now going to get to our actual goal for this. It's going to be great. Yeah. But we got this. So we're going to do. We also missed the organic unveiling of our rankings, but we already had them written down. So it's no changing. I was wrong. She was actually wrong too. So who knew that we didn't know each other as well as we thought we did? We're going to go over Chestnut Springs. We'll give you kind of a really quick breakdown of all of them in case you haven't read them. So it starts with Flawless. This one is really pretty. It has like your pink and like not really reddish, but like maroon vibes, I guess. I don't know like how the lighting. Yeah, okay. This one is classified as a sports romance. Why? I never thought about that, but it really actually is. He's a bull rider, but it's written like a sports romance because of like his sponsorships and like it's his agent's daughter, and it's a sports romance. And Jillian, she's really cool. I love her. She also gives me like gaming recs because she's just a military wife that games and reads books, and I want to be her in real life. But she told me it was a sports romance, and I was like, what? It just blew my mind. So this is Summer and Rhett. And like I said on the previous video, it's just like your perfect introduction book. Like, there's really nothing bad you can say about Rhett and Summer. Are they the best book in the series? Not my personal favorite, but also they're far from my least favorite. I have nothing bad to say about this book. So like I said, he's a bull rider. She is his agent's daughter. She's kind of in charge to like hone him in and like take care of him. But Red is just really funny. Like super funny actually. And like he will have you giggling and you'll be like, man, okay, I get the cowboy hype. Like when you read it, you'll get that. And I think that it was just the perfect introduction. So there's not really any miscommunication tropes in it. It's not slow burn. It's also not like insta love. Like it's like everything perfectly meshed in the middle, I think. And it's not like super grumpy sunshine, but like they're just really sassy and they have good banter and they just get each other, like even though like it's kind of tense at times, but they just get each other, and like that it's just organic. Like everything about this book is organic. And I love that. So obviously happy ever after on every single one of these books. Brett and Summer, your first couple.
And then your second one is Heartless, and this follows Cade and Willa. Cade
real life Willa is in our car now.
I literally did cast myself as her. It follows Cade and Willa. Cade is Rhett's older brother, and while Rhett is off kind of like doing his bull riding thing, Cade is the one who runs their family's ranch.
Yeah.
I guess he'll own it too, probably. Yeah, that's his thing. And then Willa is Summer's best friend, and you're kind of introduced to both of them in the first book. Cade is very grumpy. He feels like the weight of the world is on his shoulders, and he's a single dad.
He's a good dad.
He's such a good dad.
Perfect dad.
Luke is his little boy. His mom is really not in the picture.
We love Luke.
Cade wants a nanny, but Luke is a lot of energy, so like the one he has can't keep up with him, and then the ones that he has had in the past, they just want to sleep with Cade, and Cade doesn't want it. I mean, yeah, who wouldn't? So he hires Summer, which is
nope.
Willa, Summer's best friend. And Willa is completely the opposite of Kay. Just fun, fiery, loud, outgoing, sassy. So it's really fun to watch these two go back and forth.
The banter is top tier.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yeah. I was literally laughing out loud.
And the spice is spicing. We will get to that.
I will get to that.
We will get to that. But the spice is spicing.
I guess like these would be like a single dad nanny trope. Slow burn, but I was still engaged. I was never bored.
But when the burn gets there,
I would say like
spicing.
That's like the thing. It is slow burn, but I mean like you're engaged the whole time.
Also super organic. I think that Elsie does a really good job of like, except for one, of organically pulling these people together. So yes, that is Heartless. This is a fan favorite.
This was just really fun.
Yeah, like it's a fan favorite. Yeah, but still pulls at your heartstrings a little bit. No pun intended, because it's Heartless. This one is my favorite. I'm going to go ahead and like get this stack back up a little bit higher.
Because you can't see them.
This one's my favorite. If you know me or love me, you know that I love hockey romance. It is my jam. I will read a hockey romance just because it's a hockey romance. Like, I don't even care if it's garbage. I will read it and I will love it because it's a hockey romance.
I actually read earlier somebody, or it was maybe yesterday, like somebody said it was like a hockey romance that takes place in like a small town.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I love a friends to lovers. Like, I love enemies to lovers. That one is just a trope. I feel like everybody likes enemies to lovers just because it like really grabs you in, but people relate to friends to lovers the most. And friends to lovers always just I don't know, it always ends up being my favorite. I think it just, I don't know, it just grabs me. Like, it just takes my heart and puts it in a vice grip and doesn't let go, and I love that. And so this one is Jasper and Sloan. Jasper is like kind of adopted, but not like legally adopted into the family, but he basically is a brother along with them. And Sloan is a cousin. This one is Grumpy Sunshine, like straight up. Like, I think you said yesterday that he is just really cynical. And I think that's a really good explanation for him. And she is his sunshine. Like, he even says there's no sunshine in the room unless she's in it. I think that's a direct quote. And he calls her Sunny. So yes, like, it's even like inside the things. I don't know where they're all at, but there's like sunshines like in the chapter.
I forgot that the books do that.
Yeah, I love that. So she does have like really cute like art. This is the one I doodled in too, but it was sunshines. So I love that. She comes from a really rich family. She's always had a thing for Jasper, like, and he didn't know it at first, but then he absolutely knew it. And they just never were together. And she was like their best friends. Like, they trust each other fully, like they depend on each other, so that he just didn't really want to mess up the family dynamic with that. And she was just like, mess it up, and he still wouldn't. And then her dad was like, no, you're not good enough for my daughter, because her dad's garbage. Actually, her whole family is garbage. And then he like arranges a marriage for her, and she's like, no, I don't want to do this. And Jasper's like, you ain't doing this. And then they just go on a road trip because something happens with Bo. And yeah, finally they have the moment. This book, I love this book because there is a crawl to me scene which puts me under, and then to quote unquote it says, I fucked the ring right off her finger, and that's all you need to know. Like, in the other book, when you see me like screaming like that, that's the part that I'm talking about, is he says, I fucked the ring right off her finger, and was just like, they walked out, and I was just like, you know what, you sure did. You did do that, sir. You did a great job at it. So that's this one. I said this is my favorite. That's why I spent so long on it.
Those aren't. We gotta flip that.
It'll okay.
Yeah, they can't see it, but I can see it.
You can see it.
And
She's OCD. So this is our. We're getting through a pile.
Okay, this is Reckless. This follows Theo and Winter. Winter is Summer's sister. I know, Summer, Winter. You don't really like Winter at all in the first book. Literally at all. She's like the Nesta, I would say, of the series.
She shows up slightly. Yeah, we said that too. We like her more than Nesta.
Right. Yeah.
You obviously know how we feel about Nesta.
And then, oh yeah, we got a lot of. Sorry.
I'm not.
And then it's Rhett. No.
Theo.
Theo, which is Rhett's. Rhett is his like mentor, I guess.
Yeah. Theo is definitely Rhett's like protege.
Yeah. And this is a reverse Sunshine and Grumpy Sunshine.
I actually really like that. I like that.
I mean, I love the Grumpy Sunshine trope, but I love it.
I love it when the girl's grumpy.
Yeah. Winter is very just cold.
Black cat all day
Winter.
long.
And I hate to say that about her because she doesn't like that. Whoops. And there's a surprise pregnancy trope. And I wasn't really a fan of that. until this book. I feel like that's kind of with a lot of these books. Like
Yeah.
Single Dad and Nanny, I hated.
Now,
like
if it's a Single Dad and Nanny, I will read it
Literally
because
same.
of that.
I'm like, this is so fun.
I'm like, bring it on, give me the Nanny. I
so
love
that's
it.
really fun. Just to get to watch these two banter. Woof. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
About that.
Woof.
Woof. Oh.
Well, let her reorganize these.
No, they're
books.
just out of order. I'm just not
okay.
Pay attention.
This one falls on me. She did this because she didn't want to. This is my least favorite. You love Bo until you get to Bo's book, and this is just an opinion. So please, by all means, if this is your favorite book, I love you and you have your opinion. I just disagree. I feel like Bo had a lot of potential for his book because he's in all of these books and everybody loves him so much, and he's like this really protective figure, but also like super loyal and fun, like, and you knew that you were going to have like a broken boy background with it. And
I wish they kind of would have touched more
yeah,
on, like,
and I'm a sucker
with him.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a broken boy. Like, give me that all day long and I will love it, but it just fell really short for me.
I didn't feel like him and Bailey really had.
No, and there's a huge age gap. What is the age gap?
It's big. I mean, I like age gap.
Yeah, you do, but not like that big.
No,
That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself. When we get back down to the Cowboy Rex, I'll explain here in a few minutes. This one just fell short. I don't know. Like, there's fake dating, and you would think, okay, fake dating, military, like, you're gonna love this. I did not. The spice was not okay for me. Not because it was too spicy, it just was not okay for me. I'm not a fan. She is trying to withhold herself. This is why she made me do this. And I was like, it's fine, whatever, I'll do it. It just fell short.
In a bad way.
Yeah, in a bad way, like for embarrassment reasons.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfy. I just feel like she had to get this series done, so she pumped it out, still gave us a good book. But, like, if I reread the series, I would not read this one. Like, I just wouldn't.
I didn't even review it on my page.
No. I put it in the pictures because it's the full set. But, yeah, I wouldn't make edits for this book. I don't feel, like, inspired to do that. I just feel like it fell short for me. And I need more than just a cute guy and a cute girl. I need the plot to be there. And I just feel like the plot was not plotting.
Yeah.
Okay. With that said, we did rank each other. I was wrong. She was wrong. So we're just going to tell you what our rankings are. My rankings, clearly, Powerless. And then I put Heartless because I don't love Powerless more than Heartless. I just love Powerless for personal reasons. Like, it was the one that I related to the most. So that's why it's my top. But Heartless all day long, I will read that, quote that, love that. There's, like, I would put both of them up there together. But since I have to have a top, I put Powerless just because... Yeah. And then it went to Flawless because I love Rhett. I just think that he's really well-rounded. I thought the book was really rounded, and I respect a good intro book to a series. And then Reckless because Winter still fell flat for me a little bit, and I think that Theo needed more. Not that he needed more. Like, I think that he deserved more, like, writing-wise. Like, there was just a little bit injustice done to Theo because he could have been a lot better. And then Hopeless, obviously, is the last one.
That's so, yeah. So I put Heartless first. I just love Cade.
Yes.
And I love
Cade is amazing.
As soon as I heard that he was an asshole in Flawless, I was like, I want 14 of him. And then Willa, she has red hair, and I think I actually told you and Molly last night. I feel like redheads are just so rare in books. So, like, when it happens, I get so excited, and I'm like, it's me.
And I read redheads all the time, and clearly I picture her when I read a redhead.
Yeah,
but, like, I'm just like, I see them all the time. But maybe it's just because indies like to write redheads, and I read a lot of indies.
I like indies for that.
I love indies.
So I put Heartless, and then I put Powerless. I think I did. Yeah. I really like Jasper and Sloan. I like the clodomy scene. I like the quiet ones.
The quiet ones.
It's always the quiet ones.
Always the quiet ones.
And I put Reckless, and then I put Flawless.
Yeah, it's not Hopeless.
Yeah, no, it's not Hopeless. And then Hopeless is at the bottom. I'm so sorry if you like it.
We are sorry if you like it. We love you, and we love that for you.
But, like,
don't talk to us about it because we're not gonna understand.
They're all good. It's just that, like, if this could have been like the first book in the series, then I don't know that I would have like disliked it so much. I just think I was like, I had so much hopes, like high hopes for this one.
Yeah. It just felt like it was done just to have the series completed.
Yeah.
To me.
I almost like, I think I said it yesterday, like she almost could have just probably taken out Reckless. Because Theo and Winter didn't have to have a book.
Yeah, they're not the brothers.
And I think if she would have done that and she would have stuck to like Hopeless first, it probably would have been better, but it's fine.
I agree. Okay, let's go to best smut scene. 3, 2, 1.
The kitchen scene.
The kitchen
scene. It is
scene.
tattooed into my brain.
It 100% go for it. I know you can do it. She quotes this to her husband probably
like
daily.
What? At least once a week. You want it all, Willow? The house, the ranch, the babies. You want me? I want you, Cade. Yes.
She's obsessed.
Oh my god, I love it.
I know. Look at her blushing.
Anytime anybody's like reading it, I'm like, let me know when you get to the scene.
Let me know when you get here.
And they're like, what
but
scene?
That scene is the one that's just like, okay.
No, it's
like if you did not already love Cade and you should have, that's the selling point. I put both on there because you have to respect the kitchen scene as probably the best smut scene. But I also put the crawdemy scene in there because it was really unexpected. Like you got hints that he like liked to be a little bit more dominating, but whenever he did it, you were like slow or fast. How do you want me to crawl? Oh, you're like, yes, sir. Okay. Worst smut scene. Also, this is where we make sense. Yeah, it's the bathtub scene.
That is just. No.
I literally wrote. I actually called it the shaving scene. I said the shaving scene. Nothing else needs to be said. Obviously, if you're on this podcast, you know that you are going to get spoilers. So if you don't want to know what that is, then skip forward like probably a minute and a half because we're not even going to spend that much time talking on it.
No.
But it's where he shaves her
cooter.
Yeah. Like, and there's not even a good reason. Like, it's not that she can't do it, that she needed help doing it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've been in a really bad car wreck before, and my husband had to help shave my armpits.
That's not funny.
It's funny because her mom came up the stairs. So, side note on that, her mom came up the stairs. She's like, God, you look like you got hit by a car. And I was like, I did wreck my car.
I just got home from the hospital. And I was like, Mom, we got to go to school. Come on. Be nice to Michaela.
So I get it if it needs to be done medically. Like if you're pregnant and you need it, like you need help, I get that and I support that because what else is a life? Loving. Yeah, what else is a life partner there for? Is for that awkwardness. But for sexual reasons,
it was icky.
It was no.
I mean, unless you and your husband are doing that, good for you guys. But
I was.
If Ryan came at me with my razor, I'd probably cut him with it. I'd be like, "Come here."
So that is our overall consensus. That is the worst smut scene. So Hannah, if you're reading it, I got you, boo. You knew that was gonna be it, so I made your day better. I know I did. This was a request. So I'm in a couple of reading groups, but this one I was like, any requests, and I'm gonna do this again. For probably some of my other podcasts, because they came in strong for that. And they were like wet t-shirt contest. So I'm excited for this one, actually. You go first. I know who you chose.
I mean, I think they know who I chose.
Yeah.
Cade. I just like him.
I chose Theo because I had to think about this. I think that he's the most in shape because he's the most active. Like, he literally, in the series, he's the one that's, like, in the rodeos. Even Rhett took a step back a little bit because he's older. But Theo is younger. Like, he's in his prime with that. So I feel like, as far as wet t-shirt contest rules go, he would win. And then I went as far as to say Willa for female.
100%.
Because
even the girls would vote for her.
Yeah, like she would win overall. Like, overall. And so like we were talking, I'm going to say this again, even though I said it yesterday, like in Molly's book, Despite It All, and if you've seen any edits, you will see cowboy pillows on a white t-shirt because it's just this iconic moment in there. Willa would have that and she would rock it. Like, it's just, Willa is the end-all be-all, one of the best female characters I have ever, like, if I could be any personalities, it would be Willa and Miller from Caught Up. Like, so Willa from Heartless and Miller from Caught Up just meshed together. That would be my My perfect
I
person.
know. I've not read Caught Up.
No, I need her to read Caught Up because I need her to read the Rhodes Brothers and specifically Isaiah because I need somebody to understand my absolute obsession. Like, I literally still play the Spotify playlist for that book in my car almost daily because it's so good. I just love it. But yes, so wet t-shirt contest. I said Theo because I just think that he would be the most in shape all the way around because he's the youngest and most athletically like committed at the moment. That's my decision. Now we're down to best male main character and female main character. Obviously, collectively, are female. Willa. If you don't agree, you're wrong. I like most of the time we're like, hey, it's your opinion, you can have it. If your opinion is not Willa, you're wrong. Like, I reread it. Is all I have to say because she's just
She's
perfect.
so fiery and fun.
She's so perfect. And if you read Wild Love, I know there's a lot of mixed reviews on that. She did not love it as much. I still adored it. But even Willa, when she came into that one, like,
I love that part.
You love her. Like, you love her throughout everything. You love her. I just love her so much. Like, all of it. Male main character? I'm changing mine.
Oh. Cade.
I'm going to go with the dad.
Oh, I love Harvey.
I love him so much.
And I'd probably sleep with him too. I know I would.
100%. 100%. I would, like, 100%. If I was dating any of his sons, I would be like, you better watch your dad.
Easily.
Because he could steal your girl. Yes. So I changed mine. I thought about that. Cute. Originally, I said Rhett. Just because he was well-rounded. Like, if I'm just going through and I'm analyzing in the books, like I said, there's nothing bad to say about him. Mm-hmm. He had zero miscommunication. He was good. He was supportive. He had good banter. Like, the spice was still good. Like, he didn't hurt her at all. Like, even unintentionally. Like, all together, he was just such a solid character. So I originally chose him, but then I was sitting in the car and I was looking at it and I was like, nah, I'm going to go with Harley because he's so good, y'all. I love him so much. If you haven't read the books, read them just for his scenes, like his text messages. That's another thing the books do. Like, they'll start off, like, the chapters, I think, with, like, a text message thread, and it's always unhinged, and it's always so good.
And I think it just adds a little bit of fun into it.
Like, I love that. So, we're actually doing really good on time this time.
We did so good.
I'm really proud, and I don't think we really missed all of that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all the notes are done. Did you have anything else?
No, that's my workout.
Those are your workouts, yes. She always has her workouts done. But, like I said, yesterday was National Cowboy Day. We did originally film on that, so not intentionally either. So that's just how great we are and how amazing we are, and the more reason why you should watch us. And then share us with your friends so that way they can watch us as well. Cowboy Rex, this one still hasn't read them, but Bailey Hannah's Wells Ranch series. We're getting ready to get the third one. And like I said, this is like the gateway into cowboy romance. Wells Ranch is like actual cowboy romance. So like clearly you had like military, surprise baby, bull rider, but like more sports. This one was like friends to lovers. They were on a road trip majority of the time. So Heartless was really the only like traditional cowboy romance.
It takes place on the ranch.
Yeah. Really. But Bailey Hannah's is like it is a ranch and it's so good and they are cowboys and like they do the work, they do the like herding, the moving the herds. Like it's so good and the spice is spicier than these. And it's so good. Like please read those. Also, I started Chasing the Wild. That's the one that I'm like 60-something% of the way in, so I'm clearly going to finish it today. And it is an age gap. It is an ex's dad. And I was like, I didn't know that.
I wish Ryan was 30 years older than me.
She's not joking.
He's just almost 30. I just say he's 30. It makes me feel, it gives me butterflies.
I'm closer to her husband's age than she is.
I know, and I'm like, oh, Ryan's 30. I'm like, hee. And he's like, I'm literally 29. I'm like, shh, you're 30. It's fine.
It's so funny to me. So Chasing the Wild, it wasn't spicy until it was. And then you're just like,
where'd that come from?
Yeah, and you knew it was building. You knew it was.
That's so good.
So I suggest Chasing the Wild, the Wells Ranch series. So that's Bailey Hannah. She's an indie from Canada. And then Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. who is also coming out with a dark romance, like biker romance coming soon, and I cannot wait for that
I
one.
do love a guy on a bike.
Yeah, we are. That's our collective medium. Like our in between, our common ground is dark romance. They're like a comfort for me. Why I don't know,
I don't know either,
but they
I
are.
like them.
They.
I like a guy on a bike so much that like when we pass a guy on a bike, Ryan literally be like, Damon Torrance, and I'm like, Damon Torrance. But he says it even if it's like an old man on a Harley, and I get so like tips.
No, that's not it.
I like turn around, I'm like, oh, Ryan.
We love Ryan. Ryan is a good husband. He really truly is an incredible husband. But we love dark romance. We actually have not done dark romance yet, so drum roll. That's what we're doing next time. You missed that because I gave her the permission to I don't really give her permission. She knows I'm gonna say yes to her. We're gonna do the Devil's Night series. So she introduced me to the Devil's Night series after she introduced me to Haunting Adeline and the Lord series. So really, you should build up from Devil's Night, the Lords, to Haunting Adeline. That's actually all over
because when
Book Talk
somebody
and
said
Bookstagram.
Devil's
Like
Night
there's an order.
Dark romance, I was like,
No, it's not. Like
I read Haunting Adeline.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's not. And then so we're gonna do the Devil's Night series, which I know that there's some controversy with it. I don't care.
No.
So we're gonna go with that one. We do actually have a lot of opinions on the Devil's Night series.
Oh gosh,
we could talk forever about them. And we're meeting Penelope Douglas in October together.
I did that. I already got my ticket.
Yes, good, because they're gonna go off sale. I also already have my tickets.
I know that. So you asked me for like 2 months. Like, I did tickets, and I did. No.
Finally, she did get them. So I'm excited. Penelope Douglas is actually a fan favorite for us, I think, for sure. Mm-hmm. I have not read Credence, but I have read Birthday Girl.
I need you to read. You have Credence.
I do have Credence. I bought it. So, but this is cowboy romance. So that's my suggestions. Do you have another rec for cowboy?
The only other cowboy romances I've read is Lila Sage. So Done
I actually haven't read hers.
Swift and Saddled. They were both good. I liked Done and Dusted more.
And they're not really big. Like I know they're smaller.
Yeah. And the covers are so cute. There's a whiskey spitting scene in Done and Dusted.
There's also that in Holding the Reins. So
and Ryan doesn't really drink. You want to recreate this with like Dr. Pepper? And he was like, "Can you like
that was so loud?" That.
So we didn't recreate it. It's fun.
You live in Kentucky. You're supposed to be able to drink like bourbon and whiskey like it's water.
Yeah, he just doesn't like alcohol.
That's fair.
But it's good.
I love it. But oh god, that got me. That actually full on sent me. I'm withholding because I don't want to scream into this mic or you guys think that I'm a psychopath with the way that I laugh. But it sent me. I'm done, Dr. Pepper. I cannot. I need you to talk for a second.
Okay, man, I'm on the spot. Well, it's not like they're gonna talk back. Reading any good books lately.
We can do current reads.
Okay, current reads. Better Than the Movies by Lynn
Painter.
Okay. It's pretty good. It's a young adult, so it's not spicy, but it's real cute, and I really like it. And then I started last night as soon as you got done. Well, no, literally while you were doing your live, I was like on my Kindle downloading Molly Gowen's books, and so I started Feel It All. I know you guys said I didn't have to read them in order, but I have to. So I'm started with Feel It All.
That's okay.
I have about an hour left.
You can read them in order. We're just saying you didn't have to read them in order because me and Molly don't care. But that's a collective opinion between me and Molly. It's not that's a minority opinion. My current reads are Magnolia Park series that I'm also in the minority in because BJ is my man and I will fight. I still love Julian. I have no hate towards Julian at all. I just think that literally they're both still the dumbest men in the entire universe. And that they both intentionally hurt Magnolia and use her to hurt herself. So they're not better than either other. Mm-mm. Like,
and BJ's definitely meant for her.
I love BJ.
I just think Julian's hot.
I love BJ. I see. I'm more attracted to BJ.
I mean, I think BJ's hot too, but like, I like a gang lord. I wish Ryan could apply to be in the mafia.
You don't apply. It's not an application process.
Well,
but no, you would never survive.
I'd be crying all
And
over
then
the place.
Chasing the Wild is my also current read that I just picked up last night and then didn't read. And Jess is like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "I am unhinged. I try
You're
to
a
tell
mood
people
reader,
this.
though. You
I
really, like,
am."
when people are like, I'm like, oh, I'm a mood reader in the type of like, I pick what book I want to read when it's
No,
time.
I will literally
you're
start
like-
a whole new book and
you're-
finish it.
You're like a different mood reader. Like, you're like, I'm not in the mood to read this right now. And you grab a new one. That's what kind of mood reader you are. I like that.
And she knows. So did I read Air of Fire before this episode? I did not. I read all of Magnolia
I forgot
Parks.
you were supposed to do that.
I read all of Magnolia Parks basically instead.
I like that.
But that was commitment. Like, have you seen the Magnolia Parks books? Because those
things
girls are thick. Like, they got it. Like,
they really are.
they are thick. And I'm buddy reading that. I almost said moody reading that.
Well, she's a mood reader too.
She is. Me and Jess are the same.
Reading.
We are the same person. We will cry over everything. So I'm buddy reading that with her, and it's just been the best time ever. So those are my current reads. We're gonna do Devil's Night the next time. Super excited. And then we also have the indie view with Aubrey and Jessica. Hopefully, I need to see if I can get her on it with it too, because I think I can do 3 people on a live for Huckleberry, which is in Morley Gray Cowboy. So when I say Morley Gray,
is that part of the series?
It will be. It's the start of a series. So like they have a ranch and they like kind of like help out like second chance people who like just need a new start type of thing, and they protect their own, but they're ex-military. So that's the morally gray part, is they don't care to kill somebody, and then also like have sex near the dead body. So
I would.
I mean,
I say that, but probably not.
I got to it and I was like, oh, there's the morally gray part, Aubrey. I love that. I love that for us. And she goes, yes, unhinged. And I was like, I'm here for it. I adore Aubrey. I will literally sing her praises. Her and Molly are my favorite indies. So I'm really excited for the indie view. But yeah, anything else you have to add? David Torrance. She's so excited.
I'm literally like vibrating.
Yes. We also have a favorite, least favorite in that series as well. So just be prepared. This one's gonna be like.
We have to say, do you own the physical books?
I have 3 of them.
I only have Kill Switch.
So I have 3 of them. I have Kill Switch, Nightfall.
I'll see if Travis will buy me.
And Fire
Night. The
yes.
Villa.
Yes. I need Hideaway. Like that's the one you can't find anywhere.
And
I'm gonna have to
re-release.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to buy it like on McCurry, because I'm gonna have to have the whole actual series, because I'm only like 2 shy of having the whole series. Yes. So that's gonna be the next episode. As always, message us. We love to be told that we're mean to you all, actually, because we're like, okay, I love you. But and we just love you guys. We love your support. We love hearing that you guys laugh the whole time, because that's what we do as well. So it'd be really awkward if we were laughing and you weren't. And that we just love I think that we kind of have a found family with our podcast, for sure. And I love that. That means like the most to me, because that's how I live my life. So yes, welcome to our found family podcast. That's what I'm gonna start saying. I don't want to hold that one up. That was the least favorite. I'm just gonna put it over there. But I think that's it. That is our episode. If you don't like cowboy romance, I'm sorry, you're missing out.
But you should at least give that a try.
You should try
it.
Because
I did not think I was gonna like cowboy romance.
She read them all in like a week.
Yeah.
Like it was like back to back.
And I think I didn't think I was gonna like cowboy romance, because we both grew up in the same town. Very small town.
Literally a tornado like siren sound went off because it was 12 o'clock. And
yeah.
She's like, is that the tornado? I said, no, it's just 12 o'clock. She goes, oh like, God, I forgot about that.
I was like, I forgot. I don't live here anymore. But that's a thing here. So like I grew up around cowboys, and they're not, you know, like real cowboys are just like smelly and biggity, but these are hot.
Is they're fictional?
Well, not in my mind, they're hot. They're real.
Okay, well, we love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Send us messages. We love to hear them. If you guys have any requests for the Devil's Night series, you can comment or like just DM us. Or if you have a request for another series that you're like, hey, I don't know if you guys have read this, but I think it'd be really cool for your podcast. Once again, just message us. We literally don't care. We will message you back same day, because we're impulsive, and we suck at like making people want us. We're just like, oh hi.
We're like, you should want us here. We want you.
Yes. So we're going to talk to you because that's just the kind of people we are. But thank you for being here, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your time until we get to talk to you again.